We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T, and I hope everybody's doing good today. Make sure you guys have your teacups ready.
Get ready. Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
Because this tea is what? Piping hot. All right, so I want to come on here and talk about the whole Joel Osteen situation, okay? So a lot of folks been wanting to know my opinion on this. So if you guys don't know, Joel Osteen is a mega pastor down in Houston, and basically social media started dragging him the other day because he has this huge mega church. They said that it seats about 17,000 people. It used to be some type of stadium back in the day, and he basically bought it. He's worth $70 million. He lives in a $10 million mansion. You know, he's one of those really huge mega pastors, and basically his church was closed to the public, and people were wondering, okay, you know, there's a flood going on. People are going through a lot of things. Why are you not opening up your church? And so Twitter started dragging him. Go ahead and check out these tweets and comments on what people were posting on social media.
We made it to Lakewood Church. Look at it. It's flooded. Look at how flooded the Lakewood Church is right now. Totally flooded. That's Lakewood. You guys, it's really unsafe to come down here right now. Really unsafe to come to the Lakewood Church right now. Super unsafe. In fact, they put up cones to let you know that you can't come up here if you're in distress. That's how unsafe it is. You guys, Saturday and Sunday's been canceled.
Saturday and Sunday?
Yes, Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
Oh, yeah, that was, oh my God. Oh, wow. You know how many people could probably fit in here? I bet there's a lot of people that could fit in here that need help right now. But you know what? They can't get over here because it's flooded with 90 fucking feet of water.
All right, so you guys just saw the comments, the tweets, and what folks had to say. So shortly after that, T.I. decided to basically state his opinion on the situation, and he went in on Joel. So this is what Joel Osteen's church posted, which is Lakewood Church. They posted, "Dear Houstonians, Lakewood Church is inaccessible due to severe flooding. We want to help make sure you are safe. Please see the list below for shelters around our cities, and please make sure to share them with people in need." Somebody went down there by the church and they had posted a video basically of them, you know, showing that there wasn't a whole bunch of flooding at the church and the doors were locked. And so T.I. spoke about this, and T.I. wrote, "For all the people who are making excuses for this heretic and false teacher, Joel Osteen, and his fraud church," he says, "This is why people like me don't trust mega churches. How can someone, especially a so-called man of God, make 70+ million a year tax-free from the citizens of a city that's now in distress and in dire need of food and water, and not open the doors of God's house, supposedly, to help those in need? At Joel Osteen, you, sir, are a fraud. Ministers, preachers, pastors, reverends are all supposed to be servants sent here to do the Lord's work and not just sit back comfortable watching as Satan has his way." He wrote Satan, but I'm assuming that he meant Satan, okay? Then he says, We cannot afford to continue to go and give our money away to people who pose as preachers or their big lavish mega churches without holding them accountable when we need them. Tithing is a selfless act of kindness and what you do for others. Stop giving y'all's money to these like they gonna turn their bread over to God. Nigga, please. And then he also posted a video of Tupac, and he wrote, "Pray for Houston, but stay awake too." Go ahead and check out these videos that he posted, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
That's the freeway. You see that speaking line? The Southwest Freeway. You see that car driving on it? It's not closed. This church is not closed. You see those cars? The doors are locked, but you see these vehicles? This is for the few people that's inside of here. That's inside of here because it's safe in here. You see this? Let me try to get close up. You see the inside of that? It's dry. Then the upstairs area is right there. It's dry. You see that? It only goes up. My car is parked right here. It got flood damage. My shit is damaged because I live low. You see how high this is? Let me walk on the other side. This for all the naysayers who don't have no facts. See, I'm out here trying to get facts for the people so they can go somewhere safe. There's people walking around here stranded. These doors are all locked. They all locked. It's car. You see these vehicles? It's vehicles. They all locked. You see this? You see this? You see this entry? It's locked. It's locked. Do you see water inside of there? You see any water? No water. Let me. And all
All right, so you guys just saw the videos that T.I. posted. So, of course, after Joel Osteen got drugged and the story went viral. So, after he got drugged by T.I. in social media, Joel Osteen decided to go on to Good Morning America and basically explain why his church was not open. I want you guys to go ahead and check out a small snippet of his interview. Check this out really quick.
Meanwhile, in Houston, celebrity preacher Joel Osteen came under fire this weekend for apparently not opening up his Lakewood church to flood victims. But as of yesterday, that church is now welcoming evacuees. So what's behind the change of heart? MSNBC's Mariana Tencio has more. She joins us from Osteen's mega church there in Houston. This is Lakewood Church. Seats roughly 16,000. Walk us through how we got here, Mariana.
So, Craig, Joel Osteen arguing there was no change of heart, that the church's doors have always been open, but because of their experience with prior storms in the area, they didn't want to put people's lives at risk. And he confronted the criticism on NBC's Today Show this morning. I want to play that for you.
We were waiting for the right time. Really, Lakewood is always open. We just didn't necessarily have staff here the night that it flooded out here. But, you know, Lakewood has been a part of this community for 60 years, and any thought that we're going to turn people away is so ironic and so wrong. Even you guys know in Alicia, we house 3,000 people. This is what Lakewood is all about.
Lakewood has been operating as a shelter since yesterday. Craig, as you mentioned, it sits 16,000 people. This used to be a former basketball stadium. You can see the hoops behind me. And this is actually a practice court where I'm standing now. There's a few dozen people that have been sleeping here since yesterday. We have seen a steady stream of people coming in all day. And there's an elderly couple here. They were rescued, 2 boats, 1 car to get them here. Martha, you're 83 years old. Your husband is 90. How thankful are you to be here right now?
I cannot have words to thank. The people here are the kindest in the world. I am moved and touched by the way they have treated us like queens. We are very grateful. Everything has been going fine. We're not on vacation, but this experience will remember for life. People are wonderful.
Thank you so much, Martin. And a silver lining, their daughter has just come to pick them up, Craig, with their little dog as well. So inspiring stories in the midst of this crisis, Craig.
All right, so you guys just saw what Joel Osteen had to say. So shortly after that interview went viral, he finally decided to open up his doors, and he took to Twitter, and this is what he wrote. He wrote, "Victoria and I care deeply about our fellow Houstonians. Lakewood's doors are open, and we are receiving anyone who needs shelter." And then the Lakewood Church also wrote, "Thank you, Houston. Your response has been overwhelming. We cannot thank enough for the hundreds upon hundreds of volunteers who came out today." So this entire situation is very interesting. This situation, I do agree with T.I. He was stating a lot of truth. And I honestly feel that, the reason why Joel Osteen finally opened up his church was due to the backlash. I don't think that he did it because he necessarily wanted to, but it was after people started dragging him and were basically questioning him. The reason why this man is worth $70 million is because of this tax-free income that he gets from his church, and a lot of people support him and they donate to him and they pay tithings and things like that. So for him to not open up his church definitely is not a good look. And I also understand that, things have to be in order and things have to be in place. And, a lot of people are saying, well, maybe he didn't want to open it because he doesn't want folks coming in there and tearing up his church and stuff like that. And those are very real concerns because we all see how the Superdome was left. The Superdome was trashed and it took a while to clean it up. And, maybe he was thinking that. But at the end of the day, that's neither here nor there. There's people who need help, and I feel like those doors should have been open right away. But I'm glad that he did eventually open his doors. At the end of the day, I just feel like the people who have the means to do so, I feel like they just need to roll up their sleeves and get the job done. At this point in time, it makes no sense to, just engage in all this accusatory behavior and go back and forth and blast people. Let's save that for another day. At the end of the day, we need to hold everybody accountable, including ourselves, and just get the job done. And I'm glad that T.I. spoke out, but I also hope he uses that same energy to also help those people in need. And from a video that he posted a few days ago, he did say that he was donating. He just wasn't going to donate to the Red Cross. So, as long as people are doing something and they're trying to help out, I think that that's all that matters. But I do feel like he waited till the last minute because he did want people in his church. And I feel like he should have opened his doors a lot earlier. But I also recognize that it's not as simple as just opening your doors and just letting half of Houston come in there. There has to be plans put in place. There has to be volunteers. There has to be food. There has to be water. There has to be people there to serve the food and ration things out and make sure that things are done in an orderly fashion. And I feel like, they knew that this hurricane was coming. So they could have had those certain things, in place. But I also feel like, this storm is so unprecedented that nobody knew that it was going to be to this extent. Nobody could predict this and nobody knew that it was going to get this bad. So I will give them some leeway on that account. As long as they're doing what they need to do now and they're not making any more excuses, that's all I care about. I just want to make sure that the people who need the help, they're getting the help down there, because we need to realize that this is going to be one of the most costliest storms on record. And people in Houston are going to need help for a long time to come. This entire situation is still not over. And it's not just the people in Houston. It's people in Beaumont. There's people in Port Arthur. This flooding is so massive right now. This is going to be a lot bigger than what happened during Katrina. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that he finally opened his doors. I'm also glad that T.I. called him out. But again, let's focus on the people. To me, that's way more important than anything else. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button. And make sure you click that bell so you can be down with the notification squad, honey. And last but not least, please realize that YouTube no longer supports this channel. You know what I'm saying? So to continue to support me and everything I do here on this channel, please make sure to join my Patreon or my PayPal. You guys can donate as little as $1 a month if you guys want me to keep cranking out these videos. I need support from viewers like you all. I enjoy making content. I enjoy speaking my truth as I see it, and I'm not going to allow YouTube or anybody to stop me from making videos. So please continue to support this channel. All of those links will be down below. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.